Haim, you wanted the top of the show today.
Oh boy, it's a special day in the kingdom of impulse buys.
Mm-hmm. What's the sun god been up to?
The sun god's been done something rash, even for a god who invented the universe. The sun god has gone and shone some sun rays on a pile of money and burnt it. The sun god has incinerated some money from the joint account, but the sun god wishes, hear him out, he is the god of all things. I've bought something that is the king of impulse buys. This is the big one. This
From
is
the joint account?
Mm-hmm. This is the biggest fish of all the fish thus far. I saw this thing 2 years ago, right when we're in the heart of Impulse Club, and I was like, oh my God, look at that.
How much it cost?
Don't worry about that. I was like, look at that. That needs to be had. They weren't made at that stage. They're an invention, and they were...
they were trying to crowd
Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Oversubscribed, I'll have you know. They went viral around the world.
Did you show me this at the time?
I might have. And then it came to my attention the other day that they are now in production.
What is it?
Do you remember? You
showed me a drone that follows you?
No, although very keen.
GPS
People
drones.
think that exists and it doesn't. They'll come out.
What do you want to film yourself doing?
Well, like you play golf and it'll follow you the whole round, just filming it.
That's a good idea.
At walking pace, I guess. Although, if you were wearing these, you might be a bit faster than walking pace. Do you remember me showing you robotic shoes called Moonwalkers? Yes. Yes. To paint the picture, each shoe is like a little sled that has 8 wheels on it that have an electric motor in them. And you then strap that little sled to your feet. So you're still wearing your shoes and you strap it on. And they flex. You walk along and using AI and electric motors, it speeds you up 2.5 times the speed of your normal walk.
And you walk normally.
You walk normally and you are zooming along. Walk at the speed of a run. Is their tagline. So I'm showing you guys a video now.
Yeah.
This will be me. Look at that. Walking at the speed of a run.
All right, and they show going uphill, downhill.
Yeah, uphill. They're amazing.
And you got those models showing that off, Jack. They've done like 5 years of training to make that look normal.
It's interesting that you say that because I bought them about 2 weeks ago.
When are they due?
Amazing timing. While we're here, like we're here doing the podcast now, we just had sushi for lunch. Zoe sends me a message. They've landed on the front doorstep. She's like, what are these? Because it's quite clear from the outside they're robotic shoes. And I just went, put them aside. I'll be home later. Just a lot of head shaking going on from Zoe.
Can you please not try them without us being there?
Well, the thing is you have to learn how to do them.
I know, but that's why I'd like you to please not try them without us being there. It's just
I realised
we need to capture first go.
Yeah, we can. I know that eventually we'll give these away.
Oh, yeah.
Because I might not. It's
when you got kangaroo boots when you said that you'd be able to jump higher
These are more
than anyone.
practical than that.
And then
These
we got
are
a
more
grandpa.
practical.
There was the office friend of ours, Halves, to come out. And
he jumped
could
over a box.
He could jump over a box and you couldn't.
But these are more practical than the kangaroo boots. Although it's a bold move to wear them in public.
Well, it looks like a sandal. It does look like
a reef sandal.
A
chunky reef sandal with 8 wheels on the bottom. It's one of those, it's a fascinating category of product because you look at it and go, I want to have a go. Those that are a little bit more susceptible to marketing will spill further and buy them. But then when you think about that, so they get so excited when you buy it. They send you emails going, they're on their way and, hey, I'm the founder and thanks so much for supporting a robotics company. And look, they're an impressive piece of equipment. But then...
How much?
Then they start going, this is where you know how much they've cost.
Yes.
And
we don't know how much they've cost.
Well, I do in my heart.
Yeah.
And then they go, like, we'd love to know, like, what are you going to use your Moonwalkers for? Yeah. Do you want them to use, like, just tick a box for what you're going to use them for underneath? To improve my daily commute?
Oh, yes.
No. To be more efficient at work? No, I'm not going to wear them around in here. To make walking easier? I already find it quite easy. And then to do something else, I guess, yeah. And that's when you realize,
what am I going to do?
What am I going to do? Did I buy these to have one go of them? And I might have bought these to have one go. However, you then look at the reviews. Then another email came, the reviews. Let me read you some of these.
They're not emailing you the real reviews, are they? Huh. They're not going to go.
No, hey. They go, don't take our word for it. Check out what are some, because maybe they have a thing where people return them in the interim, where they're like, oh my God, I love these so much. And then they start going,
oh yeah,
what will I use?
Yeah, they got to that ticking box section and went, I've got no read for these.
So they go, don't take our word for us. Check out what your fellow Moonwalker users have to say. One person, 5 stars. They make my daily commute so much faster. I save time walking so I can spend longer with my family. So the kids will be going, you're home early, Dad.
Yeah.
Have you noticed my robotic shoes?
So if his commute is half an hour walk.
Yep, 2.5 times faster than
He's
that.
getting there in 10 minutes.
He's walking at the speed of a run. Yeah. He's walking at the speed of a run. Next review, 5 stars. Able to move much more efficiently. You're like, I was hating walking. Yep. Able to move much more efficiently, saving 30 to 75 minutes per day.
Would you say that they've...
Sorry, that's a huge amount. You were walking, by my calculations, to save 75 minutes a day. He was walking for 200 minutes a day.
Yeah.
So that might be a postman or someone that was walking a lot.
But, so to me, I mean, rollerblades... roller skates, they look very similar, don't they, to those? And there's motorized versions of them now.
Is there?
Mm.
No. No, but you can strap these on your shoe.
Yes.
And that's a lot better.
Okay.
And how do they go on rougher terrain? Like even sometimes
really good.
The foot...
Thanks, sometimes really good.
Even the footpath,
yes.
if it's a bit cracked.
They love cracks. Yeah, they love cracks. They gobble them up.
So
this is another review here. Works so great, even on cracks.
Right. Well, if we can't be there, because I know he'll rip this over as soon as he gets home. There's no way he's holding out for us. If we can't be there, we have to at least send someone to film you.
All right. I'll film the first, because you have to do training on them first.
I imagine so.
And get used to them. There's like gestures and stuff you have to do. Look, it's actually not, when you start thinking about all the minutes you save and about how some of the other reviews talk about how they make the walking experience far more interesting, when you start looking at that value that they add to your life, I don't think $1,500 is too much of a dent in the old hip pocket for time gained and efficiency earned.
Oh.
No. Mate, that money was just sitting there. I've been watching it for months. It's not doing anything.
Haim, we gave you an assignment last week.
Yes.
So, look, I guess Jack and I are prepared for what excuse are you going to give us today that you didn't get around to using the Moonwalkers, these robotic boots that you don't put on socks. You actually clip over your shoes.
More like robotic sleds that go under your shoes.
You also don't exert any more different pressure or style than just walking, but it makes you go as fast as a run.
Walk at the speed of run. It has 8 little electric-driven robotic wheels in each sled, and they are an absolute stunning piece of kit. Can I just tell you, boys? Mm-hmm. There is no excuse. I have cracked them out, charged them up this morning, got them working, and I'm 20 minutes ago. I'm 20 minutes off my first ride. Like I'm buzzing. Yeah, I rode him downstairs. I rode him downstairs to get lunch before the show. Now
he's got all his teeth.
I'm normally
seem to be intact.
And you're on time today, which maybe all you need is the speed of a run.
Ahead of time. And can I tell you this? Usually I would have to pick between grilled, fishbowl, sometimes ramen, and look, Boost is there, but I don't really have time. Can't get them all right in the window. Grilled, closed at the moment, reduced the option to, I was like, okay, it's going to be fishbowl. Ordered fishbowl and was like, I can make it to Boost and back because of these boots. So already the Moonwalker's proving that you're adding achievements into your day by moving around at the speed of a run. Now, the first few steps, I've got some videos that we can put online. First few steps were a little tentative because you are learning how to do it.
Oh, yes. Looking at that now, I mean, not that it looks cool at all wearing them. Let's make that very clear. But that looks even less cool because you're now.
I was actually moving slower than a walk.
Yes.
at first.
You're moving slower than a walk, and you look like a person that's decided to take a Segway tour for the first time in a different city and doesn't really know how to use them and just petrified.
All right. The smugness would come. The smugness would come.
Okay, good.
So at that stage, because you can switch them on and off too. So if you need to go upstairs or whatever, they can just go mute.
And do they lock? The wheels lock?
The wheels lock. The wheels lock.
Yep.
So in lock mode.
How's that feeling?
That just simply feels like you've gone out to get some takeaway food in very heavy clogs. And that's not unusual. Jack, I know you have Dutch heritage. Your ancestors would be quite used to that. That's just simply what it is. You're just you're just getting lunch in a 1 kilo shoe, and that's completely fine.
And do you have to bend down to turn it on and off, or is there some kind of heel click you can do?
Great question, Jack. It's a foot gesture. So you move 2 feet forward, and then you put your pressure on your toe of your right foot and swivel that toe 90 degrees. Oh, do I have a bit of a tiny bit of a sore hip? I assume that's from yesterday. Gosh,
It just gripped him.
Yeah, can't be from the weight of the shoes. Don't worry about that. Play on. But you'll also see another piece of footage here. Once I got out and about, and you get the
Oh my word!
Wow, where you really do move.
flying.
At the pace of a run, but you are walking. That's amazing.
Casual does he look?
We are going to put that up on our pipes. Pick your pipe.
It looks like sped up footage if you didn't see other people walking at normal pace.
I thought it was important, even though it was unsafe for the crowd. I thought it was important for my first run to be in a crowd you could see the comparison.
We had zero perspective until we saw other people dawdling by.
Mate, the look on people's faces, where they're like, what?
Yeah.
This is way, way better than I thought.
Thank you, Jack.
It's
actually really fun.
Were you feeling confident then at that pace?
That's where you are. But
how do you stop?
But you also realise I'm moving through this crowd. Yeah. You just actually slow down your walking. I can see why it takes an hour to get the hang of it. I mean, that footage is like 3 minutes into doing it. So you're a little bit out of control. You're a little bit out of control.
You don't look it.
Cheers.
How did you stop?
So you do it again. It's AI. It senses. It learns your gait. So if you just if you simply just stop walking, like it will stop. It's not zooming you along without your permission.
But it must stop you gradually because you're going at probably what?
Yeah.
How fast are you going?
I reckon I got to top speed. I reckon I got to 10 k's an hour.
Oh, it's 10 k's an hour. Okay,
7 miles an hour. I think is top speed. So that's like roughly 10.
Okay, so you're 10
a little
k's
bit
an
over.
hour.
It's probably about 11.
11. So you look like you're going quite fast there. When you decide to stop when you're walking, because it looks like you're normally walking, you are going at 3 k's an hour, 4 k's an hour. So you kind of can brake and you don't have any...
within 2 or 3 steps, it pulls you down. And there's a few little awkward like clunk, clunk, clunk starter steps at the end. But again, I assume that will go if I did do the required 1 hour of training on a flat surface rather than just go straight to a food court.
And you are in like an open shopping mall with a very flat ground. Have you tried it on even a footpath or anything else?
There's a 3 to 4% incline up to Boost from Fishbowl, which can tire even the most hungry of lunch shoppers.
No, but it's still a flat surface. Like it's still
but it's an incline.
It's what we're talking about is dead flat tile stone.
Yeah.
Do you think...
you want rocks and stuff?
Well, no, just if there was a bit of raised bitumen because of a root. I'm
just looking down at the shoes now and I just get the sense that they wouldn't care about that at all.
No. They're very good. What are you going to use them for?
What aren't I going to use them for, really? I mean, you heard the testimonials the other week from the people on the show. 30 to 40 minutes extra with their family, they reckon it gives them.
That's true.
From that person that had a 3-hour walk to work.
So, I mean, well done. Very rare that these are success.
I think early signs here, early indications are that these are a hit. Mm-hmm. I think I reckon it'd be good to go for a bigger walk with them. Do you know, I reckon you would really get the feeling? Along Bondi, there's the big like promenade, like where everybody walks. But it's also very wide, so you've got space to get around people. I think you'd I want to take them down there so you can get like a wide shot of just how fast do
we get some pairs, Jack?
I am a bit jealous.
Head up, and we all do a nice, lovely walk along Bondi together.
Mate, join me. Be the first time ever. First time ever I've had you join me on the other side of an impulse bike. I'll tell you what it reminded me of. In the year 2000, I worked at General Pants Co. in Westfield. Mm-hmm. And they were crazy days. selling a lot of Royal Elastics for various
What are they?
music. They were a cool shoe at the time.
Okay.
Popular with ravers. Anyway, I digress. My point being, we were inside the Westfield, right, at this General Pants. There was a group of 15-year-olds, 12 to 15-year-olds, who would get Razor scooters and come inside the shopping centre and blast around. Now, security, they didn't like this, and they had an eye out for these kids. But the kids would always go, there's no sign that says we can't scoot in here. Because, of course, Razor scooters were so new.
So new.
No one had updated the sign yet. So it was like, no rollerblades, no skateboards, no bikes in here. But they're like, hey, show us the sign. Show us the sign, mate. As they just scooted and laughed at the security. And I thought, that's where we're at now with these. We can get into Westfields. We can go anywhere we want and walk at the speed of a run. And there ain't a damn thing the authorities can do about it because this is a classic case of technology outpacing the sluggish machine of legislation and sign making.
Here's a suggestion. Jack, attempt a weasel on them.
Yep. Yep. Why not?
I mean, they're $1,500, mate. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, but just send them. You know,
You got their email now, Ham. So
you know how to weasel. You can do that.
I'll be happy to just send the details.
See, that's the part that he still needs.
I'm not
help.
your weasel assistant. I'm not your weasel.
Surely you have like the invoice
Google
email or
it.
something.
I'm not your weasel butler. I'm not here to just give you weasel food on a plate. You have to do the work. I tell you what we should do. Have we invested our Asai money yet? You know, how we were going to invest
We couldn't really find a place.
I think we look at dumping it into this company.
No. Here's my next question. When do you reckon your pair will be on Facebook Marketplace or eBay?
Now, these are a valuable addition to my family.
February.
Gentlemen, it's been a few weeks since the euphoria. Hysteria is the wrong word, but I think it was euphoria. Swept the studio after I
What are you talking about?
was able to show you and demonstrate to the class, to the team, the Moonwalkers, the robotic shoes that I bought.
I had forgotten all about
Yeah, me
that.
too, a little bit.
Hang on. No.
And I do remember saying that I was excited.
Things are red hot. Things are red hot.
My head.
No.
So
fever
when you
pitch
say
remains.
hysteria, I think we need to wind that right back to the sugar hit.
Yeah, it was. That's a perfect way to say it, Endo. Because I remember
No.
after I saw the video, I was excited for in that moment.
Was so excited. Guys, might I remind you of some of the quotes that were flying around? Those are amazing. I actually do kind of want a pair. That was Jack.
That's right.
Yeah.
What is
And then-
quicker than a sugar hit? Like what?
Hamel. We got a little loose for a second, and now we've tightened our brains have
Tighten right back up and realising
as is my understanding.
what we want.
But really, it's out of my, it's above my pay
Sorry,
grade.
yes. How are they going?
No, guys, back it up for a second because you loved them. You do love them.
Have you used them?
I've still got them. So we remember the joy of seeing me walk around the food court
that
downstairs.
was
My
joyous.
God, look at that guy. He's walking at the speed of a run. Now, that was then I sent you guys the video of me. Like, I went down to the car park, ran into a tradie, someone like fixing up the building down here. He was filming me going, yeah, they're good. Where can I get a pair? So people see them and the excitement spreads.
Yes.
And, you know, everyone that sees them wants a little taste, as you guys.
Well,
We all remember what you were yelling. Oh, let's all get a pair was actually one of the
actually said
phrases.
that.
You said that. Let's all get them.
That's
Now,
wild that I said that.
So-
it's like me looking back at a photo of me in the 2000s going,
don't
why
overthink
do I
it.
wear
You
those
said it.
jeans?
Yeah, it's like I wanted, as a teenager, I wanted an eyebrow ring. And now I look back at that and go, well, I'm so glad I didn't get an eyebrow ring.
You said it, you meant it. So in that moment, you true desire. It was beautiful. I thought it was actually a beautiful moment that the real you could come out and you could talk about what you really want as human beings.
Yes. Well, we did band together for a small amount of time at that
And
point.
it's not, you stop saying it was just them. It's how you feel. Stop putting a tense on it. Stop trying to pigeonhole it and make it a time capsule. It's current and it will remain into the future. Yeah. So that's how your feelings are. I just wanted to let you know I took the shoes home, took them into the house. My little boy was there. He was like, what are those? I said, oh, mate, check this out.
Yep.
Now, The thing about the Moonwalkers is when you put them on over your sneakers.
Are they okay inside? I'd imagine you'd need more experience.
We have tiling inside, so that's fine. We have the same tiles that kind of actually run outside.
Okay.
But the thing is, you got to start walking normally, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to adjust your gait or anything. You just start walking normally, heel to toe, and the AI in there detects you're moving, and it starts its motors up. Look, this is not a limitation of the product. It's just a limitation of science. It needs several steps to get into the vibe, okay, to get into the rhythm. Our patio is very, very short, so I'm walking for Sonny and the kids, going, look at this, and they're like, yes, and I'm like, and I could feel it just starting to take off as I got to the opposite wall, and I'd like half a step, I'd zoom into the wall and stop and go, okay, watch this.
Right.
And then my daughter went, I don't get it. Yeah. And then I went, yeah, no, I didn't understand that. Sonny, come with me. Let's go to the park. There's a car park there. And I'll show you. We'll do them over there.
This is going to... When Sonny eventually has his podcast in his late 20s, he's like, you know what Dad used to make me do? He used to make me go and watch him.
Yeah, that's it, because he didn't want to have a go. He was just happy to watch me. Sonny's going to go, hey, you know how we don't wear these robot shoes around? Yeah. Well, back in 2024, we weren't positive that we weren't going to use them. It was still up in the air. Anyway, no, I showed Sonny, and I think...
He wanted to go home.
He did ask if we were done, and then it's a walk back up the hill. I actually have this thing where it's like bus stop to bus stop. We walk back up the hill towards our house, and he just loves to sprint bus stop to bus stop, and I time him, like always been a thing. So he goes, well, let's see if because if these shoes go as fast as a run,
can you beat
it? Should be a race.
What, he 9-year-old?
10. And I went, in my head, I was like, they struggle uphill. I mean, they don't conk out, but they do struggle uphill.
What a heart back for you. We had an old man come in when you first bought kangaroo boots to see whether you could jump higher than a grandpa, and it failed. And now with the robotic running shoes, you got to try and find out whether you can run faster than a 10-year-old.
Uphill.
Wouldn't it make sense for the product to work best on uphill, because that's where we need the most help walking?
No, Jack. It's just, look, you're fighting against gravity here, and even robots struggle with that. Let's not forget we couldn't get out of the atmosphere till the 60s. So ignore gravity at your peril, my friend. She's a worthy adversary.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
So, and I'm now also, obviously, my son is also versus gravity. It's an even playing field in that sense. Anyway, I was a little bit nervous because, it hadn't captured his imagination the way I would have hoped. Because we're clunking over sticks and gum nuts and things. There's a couple of trips and falls, and it just hadn't wowed him. So I go on the road. It's a bit of a smoother road, and it's a low traffic area. Yeah. He takes off, and from the get-go, I'm like...
And you got your 7 steps for the AI to kick in.
Yeah, I'm clunking up the road. One car passed, and I would love to know what they thought I was doing. I was just clunking along in these shoes. Eventually, they kicked in, and I'm taking big, powerful strides. It's kind of about the feeling you get when you're in a travelator at the airport. You walk past people. So I'm taking big, powerful strides, but Sonny absolutely thrashed me.
Yeah. And no way on a travelator are you betting somebody running alongside.
But the other thing I'd argue is these are walk as fast as a run. I don't think they make you run faster than a run.
You're not allowed to run in them. No, they're No.
Does it specifically say not to run in them?
Do not run in them. No. Walk your normal gait, and you will walk as fast as a run. To be honest, I'm a man with longer legs, as you both are.
Yeah.
I was already happy with my walking speed. Like, if needs be,
I'm often having to wait.
Yes, if needs be, especially with a smaller wife than me, who's significantly less tall than I am.
Yes.
If I decide to put top speed on, I get in a huge trouble. So that's all stuff that was, that's all interesting data to learn about once you've bought the shoes. I know here I'm not framing them in the best light, but I actually just want to rewind back to where we're all saying we loved them for a second.
If we can remind ourselves. Did you say rewind or remind?
Rewind and remind and think about how much we love them. And you saw the video and you were saying stuff like, I actually want a pair. Do I have an offer for you?
I thought this is where they're going. No,
Boy, oh boy.
I don't want to buy them.
Yeah, well, you said you wanted them, and I don't want to have to sue
Jack's a
you
chance.
for lying. Do I have an offer for you? I know you're coming over to my house in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. I thought instead of us all buying a pair, maybe we all just pay a third and we could have some sort of rotating sharesies system.
Mm.
In the existing pair?
Yeah, well, I don't think we all three of us need to buy
How much
a pair.
were they again?
$1,500.
No.
1,500.
No.
Jack, that's for two shoes. You've got to remember, that's for the pair of. So $7.50 a piece. Knock off
Jack,
$50 because I've gone over the gum nut.
So 500, Jack, and you
No
can
way.
have them for 2 weeks.
No, I can already tell it's a one go, get the most, you get the most out of it from one go.
Okay, how much do you want to pay for one go then when you get there?
$10.
Okay. We'll take it.
Yeah, I will take it. I will take it.
Team, Jack and I are worried about you.
No need, boys. Whatever it was, I'm sure it was a wrinkle. Just a glitch. And I can assure you, I know what you're going to say. I've had a bit of a think about it. I agree, and we're going to move on.
Here's the thing.
Damn it.
Obviously, last week, the impulse purchase of the Moonwalkers, the robotic boots, was discussed. And you talk openly about how your impulse buying, well, it's an addiction and it's hard for you to escape.
Well, unfortunately, in this modern age of direct marketing, I'm vulnerable. I'm more like a species that didn't need to evolve with a certain armor, like the dodo.
Yeah.
The dodo was fine until suddenly mankind came along.
Yes.
And then they went, this thing is an absolute cinch to catch. Look at this. You can run up behind it, just kick it in the head, and you can eat it. This is a piece of cake. Didn't need to fly away from any predators. And I unfortunately am an animal like that. I'm very susceptible to marketing,
Yes.
and they can just get my soft underbelly, and they can target me. So it's more of a shame on you to the advertisers.
Well, similar to when you see cigarette packs and they've got exactly what's happening to you inside of your body if you do that. We had an email from a fellow called Angus. And I thought, gee, this could help Haim. He says, boys, just been listening to Hamish's impulse buy woes. I've worked in the field of digital marketing for years for some of the biggest e-com stores in the country. If you want to get inside the mind of those targeting the vulnerable people out there, I know how to do it. I know what's happening to Hamish. Give me a call.
My God, this could actually help because I am getting mercilessly pounded by ads at the moment.
Joining us
for
from
something. Okay, yep.
Joining us from the UK.
Great.
It's Angus. Angus, ahoy to you.
Ahoy, Angus.
Ahoy, gentlemen. Number 6, how are we?
Ahoy.
Angus, so do you work at a marketing company or you're not there anymore? What's your connection?
Yeah. So I've been working out of a number of agencies sort of over the last decade and doing some freelancing stuff as well. So always keeping up to date. It changes the field a lot, so always keeping up to date with the newest tactics and privacy laws that are coming out as well.
I'd like to ask a few questions from the get-go just because I find this very interesting to have someone from the other side of an industry that's poked and prodded and fleeced me for so long. So, and congratulations to you, sir. I think in any sporting bout, you actually have to bow down and go, that was, you outplayed me on the days, many, multiple, and I lost to someone that knew the game better. But I'm someone that very regularly will fall for the marketing on Instagram ads and end up buying the thing. I reckon I'd easily be in the top 1% of customers, like in terms of frequency of clicking and completing a purchase. Is there a name for me in the industry? Like, what am I known as?
Probably just a bit of a sucker, I think, really. Just an easy target.
I'm familiar with that too.
Low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Because I would assume people like me pay for like 90% of the spend. Like I would make up a huge proportion. There'll be all the people that can resist it, and then I'm funding the whole operation.
Yeah. It's just a small handful of people like you that we're putting my kids through college essentially, making up the real top %. So
yeah,
Angus,
you're exaggerating.
If we were going to run a hypothetical where I thought this could be a nice way to step it through, Haim, would you describe if you like a recent example of where you've picked up your phone, you might be on Instagram, and the ad comes up. Describe us the ad, whatever. And I want to pause and I want Angus to tell us exactly what's happening from their side of things during these moments.
I've actually got two examples that come to mind immediately.
Right.
I can either pick one where I can already feel in my heart, even though I know I will stop using this product. I can feel myself like creeping towards the edge of the waterfall. Like I just know I'm going to go over it.
Great. This is a great example.
But I also have another one where I'm like, oh, nearly. Like I nearly fell into the river, but I think I've got enough hold on the bank to maybe get out of the river. Now, so do you want the sillier product or the one that I'm almost certainly going to buy?
Let's go with the one almost certainly going to buy and see. I mean, just quickly, I'd like to hear the product you didn't buy because that's got to be a stinker.
Right, yeah. It's an ad where it's like, make incredible gifts for your friends. It's a handheld engraver, and you can engrave the back of like pebbles and rocks and things with patterns. And it's like, to their credit, the artists they have using the engraver, very good. And like wood stuff, like decorating the handles of knives and things. Yeah. And there's like a flat rock, like any old rock you'd find for free. So you're already saving money there. Free in the bed of a river, but you've engraved the back of it. And I was like, oh, imagine sitting down with the kids and doing this, or I could engrave. And that's when I had a moment of going, but hang on, you couldn't draw that pattern on paper with a pen. What makes you think you could engrave it to such a lovely standard?
Yeah,
that's when I just like reality a bolt of reality shot through the fog and saved me. And I don't think I'm going to buy the handheld engraver.
Well, let's go the hypothetical then, Ham. Okay. Let's go the case study.
Here's the one I'm getting hammered with. It's a golf training aid.
Yes.
It's a rubber, well, it seems like a very stiff rubber club called the lag shot. Yeah. And it's meant to teach you, like rhythm. It's meant to teach you the rhythm of the backswing into the forward swing. So it's like teaches you how to kind of snap it, I guess, like a bit of a whip or whatever.
Yeah.
When you're
I've
hitting
used one.
iron shots.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
No. So
why not?
That's not the point.
But probably because you're too good a golfer, but would it be good for me?
This is not a personal, I'll talk about it after, but this is what
that doesn't sound like I shouldn't buy it.
What I want to hear now, Angus, Hamish has seen that come up. What's happening?
Okay, so here's the ad. Do you want me to reenact the ad?
Yeah.
It's like this pro golfer looking at camera is like, hey, raise your hand if you're really happy with the way you're hitting your iron shots. Right? And like, click off this ad if you're really happy with the way you're hitting your iron shots. He waits for a bit. He's like, okay, now we got rid of all the people that got lessons as kids, and I can teach you how to never hit a bad iron shot again. I'm like, oh, please, yes, please. You're talking to me. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to help me with my number one golfing problem. Right, and so then you're in. Then he's like, this is the number one rated, and there's a lot of repeat number one rated. This is the top selling.
Pause. Angus, how has this fallen into Hamish's lap?
So there are a couple of things at play. Essentially, if it's your first interaction with this company or this product, then you're most likely to come across a video because they're the easiest to retarget off of. So every behavior you have, whether it's watching the ad, clicking the ad, going to the website, is all being tracked, how long you spend on it. But essentially with the video, if you watch, typically it's about 25% of the way through, which can be about 3 to 5 seconds. You're immediately flagged as a high intent to buy user. So you've immediately earmarked there as in the retargeting list. So essentially now you're going to continue to see those ads as soon as you've shown enough engagement in that first video piece. That's
why they're coming at me.
Yeah. The way he says, if he waits a couple of seconds and makes you keep watching because it's just boosting that engagement time. So.
No. He waited a couple of seconds for the people to click off that weren't interested. it was a service out of the good of his heart.
We know then Haim's already getting fed more of these because he watches longer.
I must have watched it once and had some willpower. So this is the problem, and I think this is like goes to the deep, dark heart of online marketing. You watch the ad and you go, you know what? No, I'm not going to click from where I'm not going to buy. I've won. I've beat the system. But you haven't because they know you've watched the ad. They got a foot in the door.
No, it's just the beginning, unfortunately. So once they've got you there, essentially what you'll move through is to the second impression stage where they've got completely new ads, new messaging, and this is kind of more like your testimonials. So it's those that are people like you that are speaking about the changes that you've seen.
Yeah. Funnily enough, this ad that I've seen, that is the testimonial one because I think the initial one just explains the rubber golf club. And now this is the guy going, this is the guy like, hey, heart to heart, down the barrel of the camera. I'm going to help you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the next phase? What is Haim going to experience next?
The next phase will be eventually called the conversion phase, and that's where you'll probably get some kind of promotion. So either it's 30, 40% off, sale ending soon. It's your harder push. Probably going to be a static ad or maybe a bit of a carousel as well that you can swipe and engage with. But the thing is, these cycles last usually between 90 to 180 days. So it's between the 3 to 6 month period that if you can wait it out, then you'll probably exit that phase.
You've got
or if you buy it, then
of resisting this.
I reckon that's what it comes down to, because all these things are usually about $40, right?
Yeah.
I know there's some part of me that ends up paying $40 to be released from the torment. There's a part of me that's just like, I can't keep thinking about this thing.
Yeah.
I also still want it on some level. Like, there's still part of me that's obviously, it's not like I'm going to buy it and throw it away, even though I know eventually I will get sick of it. So they know that that's the number that we can't resist for that long.
Okay, Angus, final bit then. If Haim decides to buy it, what happens then?
So if they've set it up, well, if it's for a one-off product, like if it's a big purchase, like a car, for example, it's a much more considered purchase, you should then be added to the exclusion list, so they're not going to waste any more ads. It's like serving more ads to you to pay for
That's
it.
the dream.
But if they're smaller purchases where they could find maybe like slight alternatives or additions to it or different versions of it, they'll probably keep you on it and start serving you different products. But they'll also, you're also going to be serving it to your friends now as well, because they'll build lookalike lists off of you. So they'll upload your data. They'll then find, so they'll put in either your email address, your phone number, that company. They'll put in your data and they'll find other people similar to you that are also prone to buying with similar buying behaviours.
Good one, Haim.
Oh, mate, sorry. Well, I'm fighting my own fight over here. It's hard enough I can't defend you as well. That's the thing. You know in your heart, this is like that thing that you hear about, like, day one in prison, where they're like, mate, give us all your money. Like, if you give in, they're not going to go, okay, thanks, we'll leave you alone now.
Yeah.
This is it. They're going to pump you for more. You're an easy target.
So, Angus, just quickly, say if we had a company that the guy in charge of distribution accidentally bought 16,000 more books than he was meant to, and you had to move them from the warehouse, what kind of marketing strategy would you think would be right for a hypothetical company like that?
You'd probably just upload the current list that you've got that have all made their purchase so far, put a lookalike off them, sort of moved anywhere between 1 to 10%, and then it goes out and finds them. You'd move them through awareness, consideration, conversion phase over like a 3-month rollout.
If you were selling one of these 16,000 hypothetical books at this, rando company that we've made up, would it drive more sales if one of those purchases could also win a pair of robotic shoes that made them walk as fast as a run?
Look, if you can create engaging enough content, you can certainly do some giveaways and some prizes as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Angus, I hope that helps you, Ham. But Angus,
mate, it actually does, because you just know that you're fighting an unbeatable empire on the other side of that thing.
Yeah.
And there's part of marketing you wouldn't even be aware of, Ham, where we know when you drive past billboards, for example, because your phone's giving off signals to satellite every 15 seconds, so we know what direction you're going in across bus stops, tram routes, billboards, and that links into your digital marketing strategy too. So there's a lot more required that it's not entirely your fault, Ham. This is what I'm getting at.
I feel like, is there a way that I could just sit down with the entire ad industry and we come to a lump sum agreement?
Blow your way out now.
And I don't even get a product in return. We come to a figure and you're happy and I'll never get marketed to again, and I could just
literal hush money.
Go and enjoy things like nature and stillness.
You should try.
Love to look into that.
Thanks, Angus. Really appreciate it, matey.
Thanks, Angus.
No, thanks, boys. See ya.
And just quickly, though, with the lag shot with that golf club, so you do think it could be useful?
It's not bad.
Conversion to buy imminent.